Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon
and Banshee. Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Who's your little friend there?
Well, it's kind of me.
Yeah, it looks just like you.
Doesn't it? It's a chakra doll. So it's got all the chakras with the colored pockets.
Hold it towards the camera.
In the right area. There we go.
Isn't it adorable?
It's me. It's a she.
I said it.
Oh, okay. Well, at any rate, no. I got this from our good supporter, Fiber Magic, who made this to my specifications with the color red for my blood, because I want to also, when I'm focusing my healing work and my chakra work, I want to focus on my blood issues, with my blood cancer. And I think this just is a fantastic job. And she even included in each of the pockets, because she knew these are pockets, so you could put, stones in them. Well, for me, she's such a sweetheart. She even included the stones, different colored stones with the right chakra symbols on them for each of the chakras, which I can't tell you. I'm starting to do a 7-day-a-week chakra program soon. I thought maybe I'd start at fall equinox, but I think it's going to wait for Halloween, because I really want to do this right. But it's going to be a 7-day program of aligning and opening my chakras and kind of attuning to those energies, and also working on related physical and other issues, that I think aligning my chakras will help me with. And nice. I can't say enough about this job. It's a great piece of work. I love it. And thanks to Fiber Magic for this. If you ever want some custom work done, she does amazing stuff. So check out fibermagic.com. All right. And let's see. Oh, card for the collective. We're going to try something new tonight too, you guys. We're replacing the Lenormand with something, and I'll talk about that in a minute, as if I haven't talked enough. No comment from Mr. O. That's when I know I've gone too far. Hi, Kara.
Hi, Sonny.
Hi, Sonny. He jumped up here as I see the Kara's here, so no surprise that, but he just got done eating. It was their dinner time. All right, let me cut and get Mr. O to pull a card out of here. Using the Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle.
There's a question for you.
Yep, it's the moon. It's the moon phases. Yep. I got a little hole in this shirt, but I just gotta keep wearing it. I love this shirt.
If they were pants, it would be a full moon.
It's not that big a hole yet. I should try to sew it. So I don't want to give up the shirt.
We had this, didn't we?
Grieving. We're getting grieving again? Yeah, I think we have. Or somebody had it. Was it Angel Rivera? Somebody had that card.
I think that's
if
what
it wasn't
was
for
Angel.
The collective. Yeah, so I might have a mini hole here, Moon, that doesn't belong. If you've noticed that. Shame on me. It's in a bad spot, too. But hey, it's not revealing anything much. Okay.
It's like our card readings.
Oh, why is he always doing that? You're always diminishing our card readings.
No, I'm
that's not funny. What is that card's number?
19. What's your number, baby?
All right. The chambers of your morning are surrounded by nothingness, emptiness waiting to be seen. Well, grief isn't just about the death of a loved one, Mourning is defined as feeling regret or sadness about the loss or disappearance of something. You can grieve the end of a career, a move from one place to another, letting go of a dream, or seeing your children leave the nest. While grief isn't pleasant, it's important to acknowledge the loss of something or someone that was important to you. Doing so doesn't reduce the love you had for what you've lost, but it does give you a way to let go and move on.
Thanks, Jennifer.
To ignore your sadness, to deny a meaningful part of your life story, pulling grieving is an opportunity to embrace the heavy emotions you have been carrying. Express the fullness of your heartache as a tribute to what once was. And then once you have cried, screamed, gotten angry, or sad, your spirit will be free. It's only when you deny your grief that it becomes baggage. Will you feel sad from time to time? Of course you will. Memories have a way of creeping in, even with a healthy grief process, but it won't be a constant thorn in your soul.
All right.
No, I'm not done.
Oh.
The card also reminds you that it's okay to feel sorrow for something or someone who is gone, even if that person or thing brought you great harm. The bad memories don't erase the good ones, and there's nothing wrong with cherishing any happiness you once experienced together. It doesn't matter if other people don't understand your grief, because it isn't theirs to understand in the first place. And let's not be too hard on outsiders. I've grieved enough over the years, losing so many family members and things, to know that they don't always know how to approach you and say the right thing. And sometimes there really isn't a right thing to say. Your grief is your own. Understand that. And you have the right to grieve in your own way, but don't let it consume and overwhelm you.
Thank you.
Carry it forward as baggage.
Subscription, thank you.
Thank you, subscriber. Don't let it, affect you as baggage. Don't hold on to it. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But don't forget the importance of grieving. It's important to get it out of your system.
And I'm sorry that I did that, but I just wanted you to see our subscriber.
Yes, okay. Who was it?
Thank you. Twist was here.
Oh, that's nice. Awesome. Did you have anything to add to grief?
Well,
this is the season after all.
a long time ago, I cry a lot. I'm emotional and I can cry a lot. And somebody once said, when I told them, I says, I just cry a lot. Everything makes me cry sometimes. And they said, if you cry a lot, you need to cry a lot. Crying is at one point a biological function that relieves stress, releases toxins that maybe you've been holding back. So grieve if you need to grieve. There's a lot to grieve about.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Being patient. So I hope I didn't interrupt you, but you know how it is. Anyway, I did want to add, if Twisted is here, you could get a reading if you want, or just in welcome, and you feel free to watch the show. All right. Just tell Violet you'd like a reading, and she'll get you on the list. Okay. All right, so today, I couldn't put it on that tray. We are using the Inner Eye Oracle in place of, and it's by Stephen Bright, who's done the Spirit Within Tarot that I use on my Material Matters show. There's a regular playing card deck that we're going to use in place of the Lenormand tonight. So you'll still get 2 cards at the end of the reading, but it will be 2 of these instead of the Lenormand. We want to try these out. Every so often we're going to use this deck because I think it's going to be pretty good to be an adjunct to the readings. We'll see how it goes. All right. And so Acela is up first.
All right, and I am going to use my Mermaid's Tarot.
Okay.
What kind of person will Robert's future wife be like? And Robert is a Taurus.
Get these going. There's definitely more cards than Lenormand. This is all the playing cards. 52 cards.
Right, we have the Two of Pentacles or coins upright. We have the reverse Page of Pentacles.
Well, I'm glad a person came up. Okay.
And we have the upright Ace of Wands.
So is Two of Pentacles upright?
Yes.
Well, Robert's wife looks like they're going to be, and the Page of Pentacles? No,
yeah,
Cups.
it's the Page of Pentacles.
Page of Pentacles. Well, that's interesting. It does kind of tell a story here. I think Robert's wife is going to be very, very busy. A person who expects a lot to get done. Has a busy life herself. And she's not always handling this stuff in a grounded way. It's really kind of interesting to me because the Two of Pentacles upright shows a person who can handle a lot of things, do a lot of things. But the Page of Pentacles is reversed, and it almost feels like maybe they just don't know when to quit. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a potential here to be having too high of expectations. And is this the Ace of Wands upright? And I really feel here that they're always interested in starting something new, just always new, very busy, very goal-oriented person.
Yeah, they're kind of an entrepreneur of their own. They may be a business person of their own. I believe they're probably going to be a fellow Earth sign like Robert because of the Pentacles.
Yeah.
There, which would be maybe another Taurus or Capricorn or Virgo are possible. I think this is a person who really has big ideas about expansion in certain ways and has already achieved a lot. But the Page of Pentacles does sort of indicate maybe a little bit of a happy-go-lucky, once burned, twice shy-ish. I'm not sure if that's the right words, but somebody who may quickly change goals just because maybe they have a sense of patience that doesn't allow them to really develop things. But they do develop things, but they just sort of have a sense of, well, if it doesn't hit this way or quickly, they move on to something else. And it's not about, necessarily malice or anything. They're just somebody that's a quick thinker and a quick mover. They're always looking for opportunities.
Oh, wow. This is really interesting. But I did want to add a little bit more to this. I think here when I'm seeing that Ace of Wands to Asel, this is making me really believe that this person's going to want to start a family right away. I get this distinct feeling that, and even before I saw this might add to it a little bit, but I think they're really set on starting a family, which to me also means looking at some of the other cards here, they may want to have more children than is economically sustainable. In other words, maybe that's where some of the imbalance might come in here. I don't know, but I have a feeling about that. But I will say this. The pragmatist. This person seems to be somebody who likes to make plans, likes to have a plan, likes to plan out her life. Earth signs can be like that. They're very analytical. They could be driven by creating plans and taking things step by step. I believe she's very pragmatic, and that means a lot of smarts up here. And she is going to be very committed to Robert. There's a commitment aspect here. I think that she's very committed to the relationship.
There's something very practical, pragmatic about Robert's future wife.
They like routine, right?
They like routine, and I think they're just really logical, precise, maybe step or goal oriented. And I saw a little bit of that there too, in a way. And so the only moderating thing about that is that maybe they might want to move quickly to something that doesn't, fulfill their quotient of success in a way. I kind of see what Banshee's saying. Like, maybe it's not so much the vibe I was getting about being a business person. Maybe they're, well, it could be both, but maybe they're in the business of being a mother too. That's a big job too, let's face it.
Hey, there is daycare or family.
Right. So that's what we think Robert's wife will be like.
Yeah, I hope that helped. I thought you were going to do the other reading, but that's okay. This worked. It worked fine.
What's
actually.
the other reading?
The one where we pick the person that you always tell me to do, and they're asking who a future wife will be.
Well, they just wanted to know about them. They didn't want to know who they were.
Oh, okay.
No?
I don't know. That's what we have for you, Estelle. I think it made a lot of sense.
I don't know either.
Good. I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking. I sometimes think when I see...
Why are you bothering me?
Okay. Done. Libra's up.
Libra, that's your deck.
It is my deck. I just want to see if I've missed anybody. I see I have missed Ari came in. All
Hi,
right.
Ari.
Add a list. All right, let me move my precious doll. Let's see. What do I want to do for Libras? And Libras is what's coming towards me. Okay. I'm going to use the Shadowlands Tarot for that. That way.
So it's the fall equinox this weekend, Sunday. Hi, A. And we will be doing our monthly modality message. I believe we're going to premiere it at 7 p.m. on Sunday night.
And in a day or two after that, forget the exact date, but we'll be doing an unhappy hour. Oh, I know. Where does it hurt? We try to turn those frowns upside down. So that'll be another video presentation.
Is this the same thing, top and bottom?
Yes, I'm doing it that way. Yes, thank you for asking.
Oh,
right.
No problem.
So my reading for Libra, what's coming towards... Oh, Libra. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've been getting this lately. It's the Tower reversed.
Oh, it was reversed. That's right. Yeah, you did have it before.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on in your world here, Libra, but what's coming towards you, maybe finally this cycle returning again, that really... You no longer really need to keep going through whatever this is you're going to go through. It could be a crisis. It could be, it could be some unexpected event that throws you off your game. And again, it's like if you don't take in the lesson from this, you're doomed to repeat it again. It seems as though you have been here before, according to this card, and you seem to want to keep repeating the same mistakes twice. Or you're dealing with somebody that's going through these moments and you're kind of stuck in this pattern with them.
I don't know what the future cards will show, but for some reason when we turned that over, I thought of the words blame game. And I thought, is there like a dynamic going on where nobody wants to own up to what should have been learned? Just thinking about that. Or... from an inward point of thing, you don't really want to look inside and say, no, I was doing something wrong, because you're not able to do that for some reason.
Oh, this thing, hopefully it doesn't bother you, Mr. M. It was gifted to me actually by our friend, or us, by our friend and follower Gina.
Gina.
And it's just a beautiful tree. You can bend the branches. Oh, you made it go off.
I did, but you can make it go back on.
All you have to do is push
You
that
know how to
back.
turn things on.
Well, I'm glad you admit that on air. Anyway, and I don't know, one could say it's a tree of life, but I like the fact that you can twist it around. I've done it a few times already in different manners.
And it has a lighting pattern.
Has like 7 or 8 different lighting patterns. There's a straight up one too, and it's also, when you have the good batteries in it, or it's fully charged, you can charge it too. It's great when your power goes out. It actually gives off a lot of light in the dark, so we're pretty happy with it.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it, everyone. All right, so that's what's coming to you, Libra. The idea that maybe things are not sizing up in your mind, you're not realizing a crucial truth, perhaps.
Well, there are some patterns in here that would make people go crazy on the air. They're just so wild, but
When I do my solo show.
yeah. Yeah, I'll make him use it.
All right.
Okay, so why is this important, Libra? What's going on here? Well, it's the 6 of Pentacles upright. Because some balance needs to be restored. I think that's what it means here. And whether this has to do with financial matters, a lot of blow-ups or a lot of crises often revolve around finances. And keeping the books balanced and making sure nobody's overspending and stuff, or people aren't costing you more, like your kids getting into something that ends up costing you money, etc. So I think it's because balance, and it may be in the financial area or maybe in your work or career area, needs to be restored.
I think that's what it is too. If there's a lesson to be learned, or if there's a lesson that is being learned but is being denied being learned, it may be about how mutual projects are going. Oh, thanks a lot, Sunny.
Sunny, how about
a lot of
sitting down?
times, it takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 to build something. Sometimes it's a team effort, and
Down here. You got
it's
plenty
important
of
that
room.
maybe you get to the bottom of what the lesson needs to be. Maybe you've been deceived into thinking the lesson is something different than what it is, or the other person has.
This cat. I like that. So where are things headed? Ha! No surprise to me. Well, I peeked, but it was no surprise to me even when I peeked. The Hierophant. Obviously,
Reversed?
if the same cycle keeps repeating, you got to do things differently. You got to think outside the box. You got to come up with different solutions. You got to make sure that you can break this cycle from happening again. And so the only way to do that is you got to step beyond what you've been doing. You've got to be able to do things differently.
It can be out of the box thinking, but the idea of the Hierophant being reversed could also lend itself to I'm losing my thought here.
Rebellion?
Maybe rebellion, but is it rebellion because you realize someone else is not learning the lesson? Okay, I guess that's the same thing then.
Well, I just threw that out there because I wasn't sure if that's where you were going.
Well, let's take a look at the Lenormand, or the not Lenormand.
The inner eye.
The inner eye. And our first one is success.
Oh.
And our second one is romance. So maybe this is a question about relationship or potentials.
Could very well be. So in other words, could this involve a partner? So maybe there's a financial dispute with partners. Hey, I'm no stranger to that. And neither is he. So, that happens in relationships. So it could be. Or I would even venture to say, in this case, that it could be with a loved one. To me, I'm beginning to get the feel here that this may be more personal than business related.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. I keep thinking there's something else about the Hierophant, but it's just not coming for me.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I almost wonder if maybe the idea that it's personal is because maybe this is about youthful rebellion.
Maybe.
Like maybe
it could
this
be
is
a
with the
child.
kids.
That's why I see the romance card, but when I think about that, I think, okay, it's somebody you care about. And so, I think, intuitively, we can extrapolate from there because it's either with a partner or it's with a loved one. So, good luck with that. And I think you can make it, success will come if you can. I guess the success is here to say it will come if you can think differently and overcome, this constant back and forth, this constant cycle repeating itself. So good luck with that. All right. We're on Nicole now.
Hi, Nicole. Oh, yes, I remember that.
Oh, okay. What was the cat trying to... I like questions like that. All right, your deck, Mr. O.
Oh, right.
So, should we do my reading for that?
I
Or
think
was it
so.
yes? Okay.
I'm going to use my Nefertiti tarot.
Oh, sunny, sunny, sunny. No pushing the computer off the table. Take these. That could be Violet. Could very well be.
Card 1. So what was the cat
Trying to say.
trying to say? And it's the reversed 9 of Pentacles.
They did want more food.
They did.
Right?
There's a sense of not having what you need.
In other words, Sassy's never satisfied.
Well, we know this.
That's funny.
But this could be talking about really the cat is affirming for you maybe some deeper thought too. Maybe the cat is message to you is feeling that you aren't satisfied with what your status quo is. You may feel like it has a sense of provision for you, but it's not working for some other reason.
Well, the cat is saying, I think a twofold message here. They're not saying that you need to necessarily limit your expectations for yourself, but it might be saying here to, that maybe you're not appreciating what you have now. You're just so focused on wanting more. And maybe the cat is saying, be content where you are.
Even though I'm not content meowing here.
Wanting more is fine. But if you appreciate where you are, maybe you won't be feeling so like you're lacking. And so I feel here that make sure you're appreciating what you have and where you are. And if you still want more, well, then go for it. But make sure you're doing that. I think that's part of the message. So why is that important?
So it's the reverse 2 of Cups. And maybe it's important because maybe this is partially about your sense of your emotional life, your possible romantic life, and the feeling that maybe you're not being taken seriously, or you don't feel you're finding somebody you really feel you're in harmony with, or you feel you can trust with your deepest parts of your soul.
Well, it's an interesting card there. Why is it important? Is because maybe you need to connect more deeply with where you are in the here and now. I mean, this is a card about connection, and it's saying there's a break in the connection here. Maybe there's a break in, your feeling of never feeling satisfied. Often this card, this Nine of Pentacles, isn't necessarily always bad, but now I see the Two of Cups here reversed, and I have to say, maybe the sense of never feeling satisfied is making you feel incomplete. That's why this is important. And so really, if you need to improve conditions in your life, that's one thing. But it's also trying to find that sense of self-satisfaction within, that you are all you need right now to succeed, that you have what you need, that you don't lack anything, that you can have a successful life, and that you... And see, that's what I'm saying. I think there's a disconnect with that here. And so where is it heading?
So it's the reverse Six of Swords.
Okay, all right. And see, this whole idea of this lack of feeling, or this feeling of lack, leads to going nowhere. I mean, so if you continue on that road, it would lead to going nowhere. So I think that's interesting. I don't know where you want to go with it. I'm going to let you recap or whatever with yours.
It would say that if maybe there were more action-related ideas you had about what you wanted to do, this is probably saying, no, there's something else you have to kind of get in touch with. And that maybe... I'm drawing a blank again. I'm sorry.
Well, don't draw a blank, because actually it's interesting that you said ideas, Mr. O.
Oh. The thinker and restriction. Okay.
So don't limit yourself with thoughts of lack. That would be my advice when I'm thinking of this and this disconnect here. Because it will lead to nowhere. Don't restrict yourself with, thinking that you're never good enough, you never have enough, etc. You are enough. Just keep telling yourself that, and I think that, that life approves accordingly. The universe responds to that kind of thinking.
Right. Hi, Patton.
Patton.
Some of this seems to be that maybe you yourself are putting some of these limitations on your thinking, that maybe you're somehow preconditioning your thoughts negatively here. And so I think this is ultimately telling you you can't do that, or you shouldn't do that you're not going to move ahead if you can't change that.
So maybe the cat's meow was saying, open your mind to thinking about where you can go instead of, I'm stuck here. Okay? Think about where you can go and where you want to go, and that you are enough to make it happen. I think I'll leave it at that. It's an interesting reading. And that's when you said ideas, I'm like, oh yeah, well, there's the thinker.
I have been thinking about you a bit recently, Patton, but I just couldn't get around to reaching out. Hope you didn't mind that. I hope you're doing okay. Aww.
Aww. Hope things are okay. We're on Mr. Maurice. All right. So, let's see. Going through a lot of changes in the present. What do the cards see coming towards you in general? Okay. Well, I'll use my Darkwood Tarot for that. All right.
Yeah, we can do like a general reading about his father, I guess. when we get there, let's focus on Mr. Maurice now.
Well, I'm sorry, Patton. Hey, my year has not been that great either, I gotta tell you. I mean, health-wise, it's been up and down, but I'm okay. That's the bottom line. I'm still okay. You know, it's funny, the only thing that had a chance of curing my cancer, stem cell transplant, which they won't give me, but they're very difficult. There was a great story that came out of Michigan today, though, where they just used, believe it or not, bone marrow from a deceased person for a stem cell transplant, and it looks like it's working okay because this bone marrow was a match for this person they could find no match for. And so, of course, with her life on the line, she took it, and she seems to be doing okay. This is a real major thing for not just people, me, but leukemia patients and stuff. This is awesome. I like it. I will have to see where that goes. The Ace of Wands is here for you, though, Mr. M. And, wow, that is interesting. That's very positive. Let's get them all out. See, wants a general of sorts to see what's coming. The Hanged Man is upright. Well, it is a little bit of up and down here. I don't know if this is career related, Mr. M, but it may be. Or work-life balance.
So for once, all the cards are upright,
yeah.
No matter what they mean.
Yeah, and it's really interesting here. It looks as though you've been having a lot of burdens or a lot of struggles, maybe some stress. Some stress might be good stress. I'm not going to rule that out when I see the Ace of Wands here. But, there's definitely some stress going on with the Ten of Wands here. It just may be that things have been just happening too fast, too many things all at once. The Hanged Man is saying you need to whoa, take a step back a little bit here and start assessing where you're at, looking objectively at what you need to do. It's possible here that some of this involves maybe another opportunity or an offer that might be coming your way, and this could be for a new job, it's possible, or some new project or goal. It just looks like, is it going to add to the stress that you're already feeling? Or are you stressing about whether you're going to get this new opportunity or not? Take an objective look at what you can handle right now and what's really right for you. And if you need somebody else to talk to about it, well, tarot readers, etc., get an outside opinion. I mean, if it will help. But the thing is, you need to really step back and take a good look at the situation.
Well, not only you need to do that, but once you're putting things in perspective, and I think this is an opportunity that will come to you.
Yeah.
I almost feel like it's changing your business or changing something fundamental in business. It may take you out of where you're at now, or it may do something really in a bigger way that kind of is a bigger change. I don't know that equals more money, but it's a big change. But it still feels to me like there's a question about what you give up to do that.
Yeah.
And whether or not you come to terms with that. You probably might, but it may feel like you have to do a lot to get there. Like maybe there's a sense of this is an investment, but the investment doesn't pay off right away.
You are bending the card.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Ready for them?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we've got to go with this.
Work. That's what I was seeing there. Work. And the Friend. So is it an opportunity through a friendship of some sort? Not sure.
Well, friendship, again, I like to look at the Friend card similarly to the Lenormand, in that friends can mean loyalty, trust, So, I mean, is this affecting your loyalty to your work in some way or your trust about your workplace in some way? I wonder here.
Oh, that's an interesting
I don't think
point.
you're old enough for this, Mr. M, but if there are any buyouts or early retirements going on that's being foisted on you too, I don't know why I'm seeing that potential here of some kind of buyback or something else going on. But failing that, it just looks as though there either could be an ally or, maybe there's this question of trusting what's going on with either an offer of a job or something related to work.
So you're not incredibly far or
Oh,
close
you're not. Yeah.
necessarily.
They start doing that in the 50s sometimes.
And see, these are those final years where you want to try to get as much pay in your annual payment because that's going to determine how, Social Security works out. So it feels like there's opportunities that may seem risky or challenging to you. Like she said, step back. Like I'm saying, consider what you're getting in return or not, whether or not it's too much of a promise of, oh, there'll be hard work. Well, there's the work card, but it'll eventually, it may be that it's too early to tell.
Well, and the thing is that, see, stress comes with this idea of, buyouts and should I take it or will I be left without money, in retirement, etc. That's the only reason I mentioned that because I looked at this combination of cards and thought, an offer, step back and think about this strongly and if it's really to your benefit, or will cause you more stress. But whatever this is, it seems like you are feeling stressed and burdened or will be. And that's what, is, and it seems to be revolving around a workplace issue or an offer that's coming your way that you just don't know if it's going to be for your benefit or not. Whether it's a new position or, like I said, something like that. So I don't know if this resonated with you, but that's where the cards are leaning.
I would say you may want to check in with your readers, whoever, us or whoever, when such an opportunity starts to show up and gets shaped, because maybe then something will be more able to be discerned about it.
Yeah. It's interesting, and it's really interesting too because I thought it was work related, and then you get the work card. I love it. See, I'm loving this deck already, but I'm not going to use it all the time. I just thought I'd give it a shot.
I'll be curious to know how this works out for you.
Good luck with that, Mr. M. All right. Thank you.
All right, so Marjana is on, and Marjana asks, will Christian's lies come out this month?
Oh, Mr. M, by the way, I was bought out at 63, so...
Right.
Yeah, just to
Forced
let you
to
know.
retire, so yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to use the Dame Fortune's Wheel Tarot. And if we have to, we'll do a yes or no specific, but let's see what 3 cards tell us. Oh, it does? Okay. Thank you. Well, good luck, of course.
Ah. Oh, that's nice to know. Thank you, Mr. M. Appreciate that.
Appreciate the feedback. All right. The 2 of Coins is reverse, Marjana. And then there's the Page or Knave of Wands, which is also reversed. And the Tower reversed.
Oh.
I find this quite interesting considering the way you asked the question. Misfortune. obstacles.
Wow.
Now, you asked the question in the way that it sort of puts the energy towards Christian, will his lies come out? And so I see the Two of Coins reversed, the Knave of Wands or batons, and the Tower. And it sure looks like there's going to be a bad result to something going on there.
Whether it comes out or not, and we might want to do a yes/no just to be sure.
Yeah, I think we might have to.
But it's really looking bad for people who lie. Let's just put it that way. The Tower reversed. We had this, early on in our first reading, one of our early readings. Not a cells. It was Libras, and it basically says people never learn their lesson. And people who don't learn their lesson are doomed to repeat, the same mistakes over and over again. So I guess once a liar, always a liar. But the bottom line is that it's not serving them very well. It seems like things may blow up on them. The Two of Pentacles here indicate some sort of, when it's reversed, indicates some sort of disruption, in that there's just a lot of chaos. A lot of chaos in their lives all of a sudden.
And that sounds like the lies coming out.
And it sounds like the lies coming out to me. I mean, maybe we don't need the yes/no, because it really does sound like it is possible. And I feel here with the Tower reversed, they just don't seem to learn from this, though. Whether the lies are revealed or not, there's nothing that seems to be gained for them at any rate. And what's here?
That's the Page of Wands, and to me, it's reversed. To me, it sort of says, like, this is going to spread around, the message is going to go around. This guy is bad news.
Well, it's funny, because I thought of Page of Swords as gossip more than the Wands, but I could see that it is going to get out. Maybe it's about a bad message getting out. So he might be right, because it's bad news when it's reversed. And so what that must mean is bad news for Christian here. Reversed. He's not going to gain from this. Nothing. And, he's created more trouble for himself and misfortune through lying. So I really feel this is pretty definitive. I think that it's likely they will come out. And I would say this, though, by the chance that they won't come out, I have a feeling he's created a lot of difficulties for himself. Whether it's just a karmic thing that happens, and with the Tower here reversed, I can't rule that out, Mr. O, can you?
No, I really have a feeling that this spells certain doom, that really he should learn, but he's not going to be able to.
And when you look at this card, it's a volcano exploding, misfortune. It just seems like whatever happens, could be some big blow up. It might be something that starts affecting areas of his life one by one. So, not a good thing. I wish you luck with that. The tarot's just a snapshot in time, but what it looks like right now is that doesn't look like it's going to pay off very well for them.
You're welcome.
So good luck with that.
And we'd like to see you again, so come back.
Take care.
So, yeah, we're going to make a call out for Naya, just to be nice. And Jennifer, you're very nice to be patient. So, Naya Bay, we did not get a question from you. This is your last chance now. We're not sure if we'll be able to take you later or not. If so, it would be at the end of the current list. So we'll give you a moment. I'm going to talk briefly about our monthly modality message, which will be Sunday at 7 p.m. I'm showing the graphic there. And yeah, you can go ahead and count down. Violet.
Last call, Naya.
Last call. Only your voice can save you. Now. Game over. Game over, dude.
Kara.
That's like almost one of my favorite movies, Aliens. Oh, I love that movie. Yes, and I'm going to send you a message tomorrow because, like I said, you had been in my thoughts recently, and I have something I want to say to you on the side. So watch the reading when you can, and I'll send you a message overnight.
Yes, we will do your readings, so just watch the video when it's done, and have a good night. Try to get some sleep, Patton. Okay, let's move on to Jennifer.
All right, Jennifer, thanks for waiting. Some good news in the next 7 days. Any important details? That's going to be your deck.
Okay, some good news. Well, we'll see.
Right, we'll try to see what we can pick up about your dad.
Oh, I thought I was grabbing the jack-o'-lantern. I did not. But I'll take this one, the healing light. Any good news? Okay.
My neck and shoulder are bothering me.
Oh, I feel pretty good after chair yoga as far as my bones go. And muscles. Sonny has taken away all of my Look, he's right on the edge of the table. I have nowhere to shuffle at all. But I managed. Plus, I've either got a bug bite or I got a hive here. I'm not sure what. But something's itching me. I'm going to try to stop. Judgment is reversed. I'm not liking that. But the Five of Pentacles is reversed. So is the Queen of Pentacles. Everything's reversed in this reading. Do you want to put the other cards out so I can see? Wow, that's a message.
Change.
Ooh. Well, I hope it's good change.
Judgment often talks about change too.
It does, but it's reversed. And so, you...
Well, I almost wonder...
I'll let you go. Yeah.
Okay. If for some reason you have been mostly not feeling very hopeful about things or feeling there's a dismalness, this may be about to change in the next 7 days because the Five of Pentacles reverse seems to indicate a shift in the energy, a sort of sense of being able to find something you were not able to find or to come into a place where you were not able to come in before. And so I think it follows that because that just suggests what happens immediately before, like you're really feeling like nothing is going to change. You know, when you feel that lowest point, that sense of a rock bottom, judgment reversed, that's when the change happens. And of course, it says really Queen of Pentacles reversed is about the self-care. And so what you find out from all of this is that you may find situations, resources, opportunities to be able to do that for yourself, to bring some hope back into your life, to find some way for things to be rebuilding. I'm not going to go to the letter, the other cards yet. I'll stop here.
Well, I may want to follow this one up with a yes, no, definitely, but let's see here. And the reason is I'm feeling more neutral to slightly negative about this. The real positive here to me is that Five of Pentacles. Right now, though, when I'm looking at the Queen of Pentacles reversed, though, and Judgment reversed, I'm wondering here if you're being, if things are starting to wear you down, wear your resolve down, and maybe you're starting to feel as though things might be hopeless in some way. But you've got to pick yourself up here. The Five of Pentacles is saying, when it's reversed, that a recovery or a movement forward is now possible. but a lot is going to depend on you, making sure you have the support you need, or the advice you need, or the finances you need, whatever the case may be, to try to move yourself in a direction of positive change. I think change comes through communications. Change will come if maybe you do get advice from others or get help from others, get somebody to advocate for you if it's about a particular situation. That's kind of what I'm looking at here.
Right. Okay. So looking at those cards, and it's the same way. This one sort of affects that one.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
You could read these either way.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And you could read them as standalone. I've done that. So they're not the Lenormand, so we aren't held to that standard.
Well, I just sort of feel the message says is that something will change depending on who it is you're able to communicate with. That whatever resources you can find or take advantage of, whatever opportunities do come to you, may be able to bring change, but you may have to really be able to put voice to that too. You know, it's like a senior discount. You don't get it unless you ask for it.
Yeah. And, I know I kind of glossed over the cards, but really when I saw that Queen of Pentacles reversed, he talks about self-care, and it's very true, but things are just unsettled right now. I mean,
Okay.
And is it in your financial affairs? Do you have enough money to pull off what you need to do? I'm just wondering about that a little bit here. It does say a recovery is possible, but you need to try to get out there and communicate and get the help or support that you need. And I think here, don't be hard on yourself in the process, or
Okay,
don't
good.
give up on yourself. That, I think, is important here. You can create the change that you want. Whether you do,
Good for you.
You might be more likely to do it if you seek help and advice from others.
It's a great feeling. We paid off our cars a couple years ago.
Well, that's great.
We don't drive much, and we just maintain them, and we're like, this is great. Not having a car payment.
Yes,
And
but, our cars are very old now.
but they're
And
lasting.
So, well, for now.
Well, the guys that do my oil change, they say your car's in good shape, and it's because you take care of it.
I just can't drive it
True, Dad.
because it has a problem that can't get fixed. But anyway.
It's not really a problem.
So, I don't know. Do we want to do a yes-no to see if there is something coming or not? What do you...
I don't know. Would it tell what it is more so than these?
Maybe.
Okay, let's do it then. Here's your card.
That. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Pack them up.
So we're going to do a yes or no,
Okay.
Jennifer.
Why don't you shuffle for the yes-no?
All right.
Right. Well, that's good. So I don't know why the poverty card is there. Sometimes that card means isolation, or it can mean feeling like there's no help available. But see, it was reversed. Everything reversed says things are on the mend. It's just a matter of having a better attitude about things. Don't bend my cards. God.
I want you to close your...
I thought I'd pick them up.
And let me count?
Okay.
Well, I have the room. Should have got Mako. She really should have stuck with what I said.
No. We want the answer. And it's interesting, okay, we have the 5 of Cups reversed. What is that?
The High Priestess.
Yeah. High Priestess upright, and what's that?
The 9 of Wands upright.
Interesting. So,
We're waiting. So it doesn't look like there's news coming.
No, well, good news. But it's debatable here. I think the Nine of Wands upright is saying prepare yourself for whichever way it goes. Prepare yourself, whether you get the good news or you do not. What is your intuition telling you at this time? And also trust your gut on what move you need to move forward on. It looks to me like you might get an offer of some sort, if this makes sense to you, or a new opportunity that comes your way. But you really need to think about it. I think you really need to think about it more, because it's leaning towards no as far as good news goes. So is this offer or opportunity good for you? Is it good enough for you? So give it a lot of thought. Determine that, I think. So just because it's saying no, I don't want you to think it's hopeless, but it's definitely, the odds right now are looking not that favorable. So good luck with that.
Thanks, Jennifer.
That is awesome that you are paying off. Hey, but you know what? We're paying off our mortgage in December. Yeah. Woohoo! Finally. It is done.
All right, so Kara is up. What do I need to know for October? I'm going to use my Haunted House Tarot.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. 20 years in the making. My cards seem extra slippy today.
All right. Oh.
The Chariot. Upright. Huh. And it's the Hierophant upright. Wow, you have all major arcana, so it's something big.
Yeah, well, wait till you see
Justice.
I don't know what's going on here, Kara.
The news. I heard the news today. Oh boy. The authority figure.
Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun. Huh.
Well, what on earth?
Chariot, Hierophant, and Justice.
Seems like you want to make a move of some sort, and or you're moving towards something. I mean, if I went in order this way, and I'm not really sure I want to.
What do you need to know for October?
Are you seeing a doctor or anybody like that in October, Kara? By chance? I'm just asking, because when I see the authority figure here, and I see the Hierophant, that came to mind.
No, she says.
Okay. So it just seems like there is something that you are moving towards. You know, you are moving towards...
It's another Beatles song. Yeah, I'm the tax man.
Hey,
yeah,
why don't you go
I'm
first?
the tax man.
You can go first.
Well, an authority figure would be a tax man, and a Hierophant is about law and order. And the Chariot is about movement towards something, or about your own personal ambitions. I mean, maybe this is saying in October you have an ambition to find out the truth of a matter, justice, And maybe you sort of see yourself as being the one to do that. You see yourself as being the one to discern what the truth is of a matter. And of course, I think it's probably a real personal matter, but maybe it is about something legal for you too, because we do have that authority figure there.
I think what these cards are saying, and it took me a while to, and he was distracting me, it took me a while to kind of try to figure it out, but I'm going to start here by saying, you know, balance is needed right now, Kara, in the month of October, between your need to progress and move fast forward and the need to follow procedures or routine to do things right. You know, everybody wants to move, everybody has ideas they want to move on. That's great and all, but how are you proceeding with them? Hopefully in a balanced way. You need to balance your need for speed with the need to do things right.
That's pretty nice. I like that.
That's kind of what I'm seeing. And where does this fit in with that? Well, that's a good question.
They're speculating that it looks like Odin.
Oh my gosh, you know, I thought about that when I saw that card. I did, Kara.
I think it looks like a Talmudic scholar. Odin or the Talmud, I don't know.
That's funny, you guys, because really I was kind of thinking that, oh, it's Odin. But I think here that maybe
That's bad.
Well, I can't rule this out, you know. It, as silly as it sounds, it's the only thing that makes sense with what I'm saying here is that Odin, or one of the people that you consider in high regard in your pantheons, your deities, may be giving you a message that this is what you need to do. And maybe that's going to become clearer to you this month. I can't rule it out.
I am very tempted to say that Odin has a rolled up newspaper and will use it.
If you don't find that balance, Kara.
My brother's a Taurus. I get it.
That is so funny. But, you know, this could be somebody in your life too. I would just say maybe there is news about somebody in your life, like a father figure, an authority figure who is going to deliver some news to you. And, you know, I don't know how it relates to all of this, but it may relate to the fact that even this figure is trying to tell you, you know what? You need to slow it down. You need to stop what you're doing, think about it more, toe the line, and find the balance again.
Right. I mean, maybe your motivation is, you know, its own motivation, but you have to kind of keep a handle on it. You can't let yourself be motivated to get too disorderly. You need to stay within certain bounds. Justice.
That's the best I can make of it. This was my first reading where I kind of stumbled on these, but I think it does make sense in a way. And also, you have to act with authority. Maybe that's what it's saying too, is you have to act with authority. And maybe something that you hear, you know, is what's going to set this whole thing off. It's going to make you want to move faster than you should. It's going to make you realize that somewhere along the way here, you're going to realize things are out of balance if you don't slow down and you don't start following more of a routine, a procedure to get to where you want to be.
You will be exorcised.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right, Kara. Odin and his rolled up newspaper.
I like really did think that was Odin, though. That's sort of funny.
You're welcome. All right, so Mary the Aries.
Let's see.
What does Spirit want me to know?
All right. Your deck. My deck.
My deck.
No, my deck. You get this. I did my deck. Didn't I?
I did the haunted house, so you're right. So it's your deck.
Yeah. Exactly.
I barely remember that, but you're right.
I'm going to go.
I took Brandon to see that when he was little.
What about Brandon?
Ace Ventura.
Oh, Ace Ventura, yeah.
I like the second one, especially the scene with the rhinoceros.
Oh, jeez.
I laughed so much during that scene. Hi, Morgan. Hey, we haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, Morgan. All right. I am ready. Let's see. So,
That's cool.
what does Spirit want them to know, right?
Right, for Mary the Aries.
Well, it's the King of Cups reversed. I could look at this a couple of different ways. That Spirit could have a message for you, depending on what you think resonates or what you think is coming towards you. But Spirit wants you to know that sometimes your good heart can be taken advantage of by others. And so, they want you to be careful, that you're not, enabling a codependency here, or that, somebody is becoming attached to you because, they're getting what they need from you, but it's kind of like one-sided, you know what I mean? And so beware of that. And if it's not that, I think Spirit also wants you to be careful with your emotions up and coming. Don't let situations or things throw you into an emotional frenzy. Try to remain calm, whatever happens, for good or bad. And that means too, if suddenly you think it's love at first sight, check yourself, okay? Check yourself. So I'm just saying here, watch your emotions and make sure they are balanced up and coming.
Well, I'm reading it a little differently, Mary the Aries. I think Spirit wants you to know that maybe right now things are a little bit testy for you, like you may be more prone to overreact and sort of be sarcastic or be mean to somebody, be abrupt with somebody, be unkind to somebody. In your own mind, you may feel it's justified, but Spirit is just saying, check it, don't let it, go too far. Of course you need to, express yourself.
Wow, so why is this important? It's another king.
Oh, wow. It's the King of Wands upright. So why is it important? Because you normally are very charismatic. You normally are very brave and very confident about your effect on others, about how you relate to others, how you network with people, how you build teams in various areas, whether it's friends, your neighborhood, your workplace, things like that. So it's important that you understand that, if you are feeling a little bit testy or mean towards people, it may be a passing thing or maybe something you do have to work on because it doesn't really represent your better nature.
Right, and I was kind of leaning that way myself just by saying, because you want to be at your best. You want to show people the best side of you. You don't want to show people, for example, that you'll crumble under pressure or that, because I'm thinking of this king here, or that, you will allow things to sway you sway you emotionally, that you've got a handle on it, that you know how to manage and lead yourself, and also, that you show people that you are better than, say, the person who might act out and be a drama queen when things don't go their way. So this is just saying because you really want to be at your best. You want to show your best side.
Where will this lead? Judgment reversed. We had that recently for someone else.
Well, it could lead to people misjudging you, misinterpreting you. If, like I said, this King of Cups reversed personality shows through as opposed to this King of Wands personality, which seems to be what you are very capable of. But there could be something, like I said, something that's coming towards you that may upset you in some way. It's how you handle it and manage it that matters, and how you control and temper your emotions. Otherwise, like I said, you might personally get down on yourself for the way you let it rattle you, or others may judge you, because of that.
Well, thank you. I was just going to say that that I feel like this could be saying it could lead to you being hard on yourself, basically feeling like you're the one who doesn't want to evolve or to grow in better ways to be that. So I'm just kind of saying that too. We'll move to the Lenormand.
Oh, I can't wait to see them. They're not Lenormand. The inner eye.
We'll move to the outer orifice.
Go on.
And it's rabbits, which are worries.
Ooh.
And it's memories. So maybe this time might remind you of a similar time that you were worried about, where either you felt some of these same things, that you were either being mean to or you were being mean to, and maybe you're just wondering how it will work out. Maybe it didn't work out quite as well, or this is reminding you of that in some ways.
Well, I can't help but wonder if somebody's bringing up old baggage to you. Maybe some old argument or differences of opinion or something they felt slighted about, whatever the case may be, or some memories, and it's going to cause you some worries or, like I said, a little bit of emotional upset here. It's almost as if something from the past might be resurfacing. Could it be a person, maybe, from your past that comes back and, maybe you're kind of concerned about them coming back because it's going to bring up some kind of unhappy times. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing here. It's an interesting reading. You know what? Just try to be at your best, regardless of what you're and who you're dealing with here. Just be in your best behavior. Don't allow it to rattle you, and things should go well. Because if you don't, then I think, these cards here may actually be talking about what's coming that could cause this. So it's going to dredge up something from your past. And if it's not relating to a person or a person from your past, it could very well be that whatever happens is going to remind you, like I think he said, of something from your past. And that's going to cause you to worry that, am I going to have to deal with a similar situation again? That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right. And we're on Ari the Aries.
Hey, Ari, what do you got for us?
Ari the Aries. General reading.
All right.
Which I will do with the Horror Tarot.
Did I use my pumpkin deck yet? I can't remember if I did. I may have. I'm going to use.
I don't know, Violet. Should we?
Well, after Aries, there's only 3 people. So
we'll see. Let's wait till...
Well, counting you, there'd be 4. Sorry.
8:35-ish.
Yeah, let's wait a little longer. And don't forget, if you have to leave for LB, we'll cover it. It's not a problem. Honest. And you know what, Violet? I even forgot to put you on the list. I always put you somewhere on the list.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Why did I pull a deck out? It's not time yet for that. I use this. Okay. Well, never mind.
Tisk, tisk. All right, Ari. And it's the Page of Swords.
Upright.
Upright. And upright death.
Upright death. Wow.
Reversed Five of Cups.
Nice. Everything
This is
here
pretty nice.
is nice, Ari. It's funny when you ask a general reading how everything is falling into place. But maybe I spoke too soon. But let's see here.
Love. And rust. Give it a rust.
Give it a rest, exactly. So, I don't see much happening necessarily in the love department seeing that. Let's just say this is a general reading, so I'm just going to say that right from the get-go. Just give it a rest for now, you know? Let go of it, because, you know, the other thing, the funny thing about that is, Ari, once you stop trying and once you stop looking, things just start to happen anyway.
It's true.
So you never know. That's what I would say there. But the Page of Swords says you are going to be busy. I think you're going to be busy communicating with a lot of people. I feel here that, I don't know what this could be relating to. Maybe it's because you're trying to make some changes in your life. Whether, you know, you're going to be communicating people trying to get a job, or whether you're going to be communicating with people trying to move, you know, or go to school. Whatever the case may be, it seems like you're going to be setting things in motion here. And you're looking to make some major change in your life. That's what looks like it's coming to you. This is not something I think that comes out of the blue. I mean, sometimes it does change. I think Death card comes because it's saying change is necessary right now. And I think you're ready for it. And with that Five of Cups reversed here, that's indicating to me that there's opportunities here to move on, to move forward with some plans of yours. I don't know if this has anything to do with education or a move, but it has to do with making a major change in your life.
I like that. And I see the changes being the foremost thing there. The Page of Swords adds a dash of style in a way, you know, because like there's a little bit of a flourish with the Page of Swords. They dance easily, they dance well, they have dexterity, they have grace. And
you're going to go on Dancing with the Stars, aren't you?
There you go, Ari. But so I feel like accompanying this change is the idea that you have a plan and something seems to have really kind of relaxed in a sense of really being able to be more fluid moving towards it. Like just maybe somebody gave you good tips, somebody gave you good information, somebody gave you something, or you found something that allows you to slide more easily towards those things you want to change. And I think that the Five of Cups could include a few different things. I think it could include maybe people who were friends who you haven't connected with in a while. Maybe that's where this is coming from. Maybe a friend you haven't connected to with a while gives you an opportunity or a tip of some sort. But it does mean in general that there are things coming back that represent as either opportunities or some sort of sense of progress, moving beyond, maybe a sense of feeling like things were static or stagnant.
So maybe this is saying, as far as love and romance goes, to just, you know, give it a rest. But I think what it's saying is You need to focus on this right now, the major changes you want to make in your life, and give this a rest for the moment. There's other things that are important to you right now, whether it's job, career, education, or where you want to live ultimately and making plans to make that happen. That's, I think, where your focus needs to be at the moment.
I'm just going to agree with that.
So good luck with that.
I know, it's tarot, so it either is or it isn't, or sometimes, but not always.
Well, that's what we have for you today, but it was a positive reading for the most part.
It was.
I mean, it didn't say, it could be worse. Maybe you could have gotten the coffin instead of rest, and that would mean it's just love is dead in the water right now. It's just saying give it a rest, set it aside for the moment, and you never know what could happen.
I agree. There's nothing that is wrong about that. There's no one method for everyone.
No. I think it's just saying don't put your emphasis there right now. You don't have to totally stop dating, whatever. But I'm just saying your emphasis, it just looks to me why the rest card was there is focus on those cards above, I think is what it was saying.
All right, so we are on A.
Hello, A. And the question is, what does R feel and think about S? Okay. All right, let's see what we have here.
Interesting, Morgan. Good observation.
Yeah. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. We have the High Priestess reversed. Ah. And the Page of, is that Wands?
Yes, it is.
It's an interesting reading. I want those definitely out there. Oh, what?
Memories is back, but so is commitment. Wow, this is interesting.
Okay, so what is our thinking and feeling about S? Was R in a relationship with S before? I'm just wondering because of memories and commitment being together here. So I'm curious about that if you are here. But there's some odd things going on here. I don't know that R is thinking very clearly right now about things. They may be confused. They may be not sure what they should feel at this time. Maybe they're doubting their own feelings. When I see the High Priestess in the center here, there just seems to be confusion. There seems to be out of touch with their inner wisdom. And so I don't know if they're really connecting well to their feelings right now about us. I feel here that they may have thought that something happened really abruptly and went too fast.
Yes.
Are you getting that, or what are you seeing with that?
What R thinks about S is maybe R thinks S moved too quickly or blundered in certain ways, didn't have better motives or intentions. Maybe R thinks S doesn't understand things at a deeper level, more heartfelt level, or doesn't understand what's in their heart.
Well,
and
go on.
well, that's the final one. maybe R thinks that there's something that they want to communicate to us, or there's some message that they might want to give. I'm not totally sure if I'm reading that right.
Yeah, well, see, we went off on a little bit of a different tangent, me and him, on the High Priestess card, because I really feel that that's our not being very clear and sure about how they feel about us. And so we went a little bit differently there. I think we're kind of close on the same page here. This page, to me, I can't argue the fact that there may be a message they want to get across. Maybe they've thought about, could there be a fresh start here, or a new beginning possible here? I think it's possible that they do think about that sometimes. And maybe it's because of past feelings or commitments or memories of something. That's why I'm wondering, is this somebody new, or is this somebody you've known?
Right. Maybe they're benchmarking against a different relationship that seems similar but isn't exactly. Maybe they're thinking that S reminds them of somebody else.
I like that, because if we don't know, that's a possibility here.
Somebody that they were more involved with.
So if you haven't been involved with them before, it might be that you are reminding them of somebody else they felt very strongly about and committed to. And, but right now they're feeling like they don't want to, they feel like moving too fast would be a careless move at this time.
I like that.
I think that's all we can get from this. This is kind of a confusing one. However, I will say here that R is maybe considering the possibility of starting something new with S, or starting over again. I get that feeling. And he says, and I can't argue with that it might just be that R has something that they're eventually going to want to say to S. So maybe something will come out there about how they're feeling. I wish you luck with that.
Right, eh? Thanks for dropping in. And Ari and others are having a lively discussion.
Oh, about relationships?
About relationships or feelings or life in general. Well, I like what Morgan says too.
All right. Your deck,
so,
right?
Who are we on? Is it Patton now?
It's Patton.
All right. Hey, Patton.
And what was about his father, right?
I know you probably went to bed already.
Yep.
But I am here. And I'm going to use the Tarot of the Animal Lords. And
what's the general reading about Patton's
right,
dad?
we're just going to try to pick up some information about his father.
Okay.
I remember some of those things that you mentioned earlier in the chat room about your father. Your Da. And let's see, I'll try to remember this. We're starting this about almost 2 hours in. So I can tell you where to look for it later.
And he won't hear that till
I know.
he finds his reading.
Well, no, I'm going to message him and say
No, I
it's
know
at the 2 hour mark.
What you just said,
Yes.
he won't hear.
Well, if he listens to that part, he will.
Hey, Patton. All right. Good to hear from you again, at any rate.
All right, first card. The Magician. Upright. So is your dad a magician? Don't know. Next card is the Nine of Cups. Upright. And the following card is the Seven of Pentacles. Upright. Well, okay, so this is a general reading about your father. Conflict. Relationship. And of course, we remember you told us earlier, and you mentioned it in the chat room, that your father had an affair that came out into the open. And I feel like your father really feels they are in charge of themselves. They have their own sense of direction and willpower.
They have their own sense of direction and purpose right now at this time. And I feel like they feel they're pursuing what
Their
they
dream.
want and desire in their life right now, whatever it may be. But they're going after what they feel they want and desire. And that Seven of Pentacles upright indicates to me they're really kind of concerned about whether it's going to come through for them or not. They definitely want it bad. They're working towards it, but they're not really sure. They're not really, you just lay down, you goofy. They're not really sure it's going to come to be and what more they need to do to make it happen. I like that too. Sunny. Okay.
Well, I wasn't actually finished. I was going to go right on to the
I'm
next
sorry.
card and say exactly what you said. That they want to pursue their dream, their heart's desire. That's the Nine of Cups. So I would have said pretty much the same thing. No biggie. The Seven of Pentacles could be a sense of them saying that they feel it will happen soon in its time, like a cycle of time. But there's also that sense, too, that maybe they realize there's more they themselves have to do, that they have to really put more energy into it, put more progress into it, do something to make this dream for them come true. And then, of course, those almost speak to the idea of the affair that you said your father had.
Well,
Could.
it could relate to a lot of things. I mean, I don't know. Is your father still involved? I have no idea. So there could be a conflict in that relationship, or it could be a conflict in, the marriage. Was there a divorce? Do we even know that, Mr. O?
Don't know that.
Okay. So there seems to be a conflict in a relationship. Now, whether this relates to that or not, I'm not completely sure. This could be about personal ambitions and goals and drives and not relationship. But again, it could be tied into this, that it's trying to resolve some sort of conflict now. That is his desire. He wants to work on resolving it, and he's not sure what it needs yet to be done to resolve it. So I can see how it can all fit together.
Me too. I like it.
And that's what we have for you. So I hope that gave you something to go on here, Patton. And good luck with that. But these are all really pretty good cards. I mean, this one's just kind of an iffy card, Have I done enough? Is this worth my while? Should I continue to pursue this? Should I let it go? But this sounds like a big goal or dream, and they're working on it. And it could involve trying to mend or resolve a conflict in a relationship. So good luck with that.
All right, so we're now on Morgan.
Morgan, hey.
Hey, Morgan.
All right.
And you're not a hippie. I'm the hippie. Well, I was.
We're all
Way back.
hippies.
We're all hippies. There you go. But you speak a truth, of course.
We're definitely from that era.
Well, Morgan said that they're 38.
Yes, well,
And we know that Ari is much younger.
and we are from the 60s generation.
I was born in 55. So I'm a mid-boomer. We're like mid-boomers.
Mid-boomers.
Mid to just beyond the halfway point.
We're old.
We're all...
All right.
Is it my deck? It's
Young
your
at
deck.
heart. Didn't I just use my dream one? Yeah, I think I did. So
I thought I used my...
What did you use?
I don't know.
So how did these get mixed up so fast? I know we didn't have any of these cards.
Yeah, you're like about 8 to 9 years younger than me, Mr. Maurice.
Huh. Well, I can't find
I
it.
use the Tarot of the Animal Lords, so that's why I know it's yours.
Okay, so you pulled the relationship and conflict? I thought I did that.
Then what deck did you use?
this.
See, Violet, you just used the Animal Lords deck.
Okay, then these are yours, because I was trying to grok it in my head, Violet, but I could not. I realized I pulled the relationship and conflict card, and yet I also thought I used these. So, go figure.
Just ignore her.
Okay.
There's something wrong. Just ignore.
Okay, moving on.
I'm being a space cadet too.
Gonna grab out my Star Spinner deck. Not Star Spinner.
I have the
my
Star.
Mind's Eye deck. God. Now I'm getting that
Let me
wrong
take your
even.
temperature, dear. Who could love this hot mess?
You ready for your reading, Morgan? I'm gonna focus now.
I'm going to try. You're 3 years older than our son. Well, he's a Capricorn, born in 83. Okay. Yeah, we're only live 3 times a week, and then the rest is just recorded stuff.
And our live show on Saturday is just a happy card. One positive message from Spirit for everybody.
Oh, so you're a Pisces.
Ah, why is that date familiar? Is that Margaret's birthday?
It seemed
I
familiar
think
to
it's
me
Margaret.
too.
Well,
it's
St.
St.
Patty's
Patrick's Day.
But I think it's somebody's birthday.
The day that a friend of mine died.
Yeah.
You're a piker. Oh, no, she meant a Pisces. I don't know what she meant. Oh, we better stop now, eh? Okay, so Morgan, your first card is the Two of Cups. And then the Queen of Wands, and they're all upright, so that means this one's going to be reversed. No? Okay. Eight of Pentacles. And I love this deck. It sort of is a semi-surreal kind of style.
Well, we've been using it. Mr. O also owns a copy of this deck, the Mind's Eye Tarot. And
That you
we
bought
both
for
like
me.
it. Yeah, that's true, I did. And then somebody bought it for me, Violet Lotus. Which is awesome because it's a beautiful deck. Wow.
Kara's a lichen. Oh, a Leo can.
She might like the lichen thing too. She likes.
That's why I said it.
All right. Well, Morgan, let's talk business here. I mean, I don't know. This is really interesting to me. You are going to sparkle. I mean, people are going to notice you. You've got the Queen of Wands here. And you can't help but be noticed for something right now, whether it's skills, talents, and abilities on the job, or whether it's by a particular someone in a relationship. There is a work element here. There is the Eight of Pentacles, which is about putting in some effort somewhere. Is it putting in some effort into, finding, working on a relationship? But whatever the case may be, you are in a really good position to do so. This Queen of Wands is like, she stands out. And she's very magnetic. She attracts what she needs to her, whether it's people, whether it's helpers maybe at work. I almost think too this could be saying that if you're wanting to find a business partner or attract somebody to go into business with, there's definitely signs of that here as well.
Well, the question that I saw there was what's coming towards you,
Right.
but either way, this whether we're just doing general cards as
I
they
guess
go.
I did the 3, yeah. So.
It still fits in a way, though, because clearly it seems like a partnership with a high energy person, or you're the high energy person in the partnership, and it's about business. It's about really coming up with a plan, and maybe you have, a way of building a better mousetrap, as they used to say, that kind of thing, or maybe the partner does. But it really feels like if it's not business, it's an interpersonal relationship that has business aspects. Creation can be done in this relationship or partnership. Like you have a mutual goal. You're working on art together, something
Interesting. And you know what? What's really interesting to me here, too, is that...
That's right. You're in a band. I remember
this
that.
Could be about integrating work with pleasure, too. Being able to integrate the two. And you're, like I said, you're at the top of your game right now. I really feel that you are going to be noticed for that, for the effort you put out there, and the fact that maybe you work so well with others, because that 2 of Cups here, there's such a harmony, music.
You would love this
right?
feedback. And it seems like it's all good. It's just really is going to be a sense of really you using what your skills are. The 8 of Pentacles is somebody who is the worthy apprentice, journeyman kind of person who is learning and utilizing their skill sets.
Yeah, talking about music here, I mean, this is like harmony.
Harmony.
And so I feel like this could work out really well for you if this is what it's talking about. What? Oh,
I didn't even pull those.
What do you have?
We should not. Misfortune.
What?
The leader. Follow the leader. Who's the leader? Killing Joke, 1980.
Well, if I can just think about that a moment without you being weird.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I think what this might be saying is that, there will be some challenges that you will face here. There's clearly some challenges that could almost seem like they could blow up on you. But if you show leadership, if you don't crumble under challenges, if you can handle the stress, I think that things will work out well. You'll be seen in a really good light here. So in other words, these do lend a little bit of a dark cloud here in saying that it's not going to be a totally easy street for you, but you could blend really well with this group. It's just that there may be some outside factors that, will challenge your leadership and your ability to handle it.
I'm going slightly different here and just wondering if this is saying that maybe the person who is more in charge of things might feel like, oh, you're too good, like you're edging them out or something like that. But
I don't know. I don't see that.
But I don't feel that totally connects to the misfortune card, so I kind of like her idea better there.
Well, I just feel that being a leader in a time of crisis. So if the band, you're filling in, right? So obviously maybe there was a situation there.
Oh.
You're actually maybe helping lead them through this crisis. Now that I think about it, that could very well be what it means here. Because everything else right here is so positive. I have to look at, not just... I look for red flags, absolutely, but I have to look at the tone of the whole reading here, Morgan, and I really feel that it's mostly so positive that I feel here that you will be able to lead them through whatever challenges they've had where they've had to have you come and fill in.
God, you're so good.
It just makes sense.
To you, not to me. But now it does, because you said it.
You're not that bad, Mr. O. Just stop. Stop.
All right, Morgan. Good luck.
Good luck with that. Yes, Violet, you are up. And look at that. We're literally right on time today.
That's good, because guess what?
What?
I have a show to film tonight.
Oh, you didn't film your tomorrow's show?
Oh, What is Morgan? Yeah, I haven't done it yet.
Oh. Well, this was a general reading. I can't rule that out.
Are they a leader dog?
Yeah, Ten of Fates, Misfortune. I don't know. Just pay attention to what we said about the whole reading there, and it may not be about your dog, but I won't rule it out.
Right. I'm thinking the question from our part was more like you're helping the band through a problem area because that's why you're filling in, right?
Hey, Mysterious Queen, you're just a little too late. We're about to do Violet's reading, so we'll have to take a rain check on that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's 10 minutes before we close our show, so...
Did that answer it for Morgan?
Well, keep an eye on your dog, that's all I can say. But it just seems as though you will be able to guide yourself through this misfortune.
Okay.
Just take the lead, be in charge of whatever you're facing, manage the crisis like a leader, and not, allow yourself to get, overwhelmed. So, that's it. All right. Good luck with that.
I'm trying to replace the pin message. You're welcome. Sorry, Mysterious Queen. We have had a busy night and we're going to be getting out. All right. So, Violet.
Oh, thank you, Mr. M. Take care. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
All right. And thanks for that feedback, too. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I probably wouldn't have remembered that from the other reading we gave you.
Was that the birthday reading, the yearly birthday reading, or
Or was it just like a holiday extra for you?
Yeah, can't remember.
It was like a 12-month reading or something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, so maybe it was a birthday reading. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope things work out.
And hey, all of you Libras out there, it's Libra season, so do not forget, if it's your birthday, let us know, and, we'll try to schedule a birthday reading on one of our shows for you. All right.
You're so welcome, Morgan. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah, good luck with that. I hope it works out well for you.
I think that's awesome. That's what it was. All right. Good job. It's my reading, right? Or my deck?
Yes, it's your deck. I'm shuffling.
I'm going to use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. It's the only deck I have.
And what's
right
the
here.
question? Let me just double check.
Goddess message. Message from the goddess.
Message from the gods? From the goddess. Okay.
Thanks, Violet. Yes, thank you. You're great. Appreciate them. That's right too, Morgan. All right, Violet. First card. 7 of Swords reversed. Are we doing this your way? Message from the goddess?
Yeah.
All right. So the message from the goddess is you may uncover some duplicity or some sort of attempt to lie to you or to fool you in some way. It could be as simple as maybe Amazon or a vendor trying to say, no, we don't owe you that because it was delivered, even though you know it wasn't. But it could be something else too. It could even be, an interpersonal relationship where you find out something that maybe you feel better about knowing this was going on and you didn't know it.
Well, it's the 7 of Swords reversed, so I would say this is truths will be revealed. I think that the message is you're about to get, whether it's an epiphany, some self-truth, or it comes out in some other fashion, truths are going to be revealed to you that, you need to hear or you need to accept. or you need to come to the realization of if it's a self-realization.
I like this card because it looks like they're stealing the baby or they're putting the changeling baby in place. Okay, so why is this important, Violet? Upright Ace of Discs.
Why is this important? Because it could lead to a new growthful beginning for you. This revelation, whether it's shocking or or deceitful or whatever he said, or whether it's something positive, whatever the case may be, it's something that could lead to future growth. It will make you think of different seeds you need to plant now. Or, if you're, what projects or goals, it may have a bearing on the projects or goals you're going to pursue going forward.
Uncovering whatever it is, whether it's a deceit or just information that you needed to find out about the truth of the matter, will lead to the wheel turning anew. I sort of see the Ace of Discs being another form of the Wheel of Fortune, sort of invigorating growth and maybe potential luck or protective aspects. Where will this ultimately lead? And it's the Four of Cups reversed. This will lead to a clear choice for you, a choice for further action or in this matter.
I like that. I think it's leading again, it's like I said, so you can plant some seeds and you can move on to new opportunities. You can pursue new goals and dreams at this time. You have options to consider. There's any number of ways, you can look at that Four of Cups reversed, but it definitely seems like you're opening yourself up to receiving, and being able to accept new things at this time. I like that. And that leads me to, what the heck is all this about then?
Uh-oh. The Thinker and Loss.
So, it won't serve you well at this time. Well, I don't know if this has anything to do with the revelation that will come to you, I don't know. I'm wondering though, because it shows thinking about something and feeling a sense of loss here, or dwelling on loss. And I think, and it's really funny because it says loss, not grief. And I think there is another card in here for grief. I'm not really sure, but I think there is. But you will notice that image of the cross there is very similar, to the one in the Lenormand, which talks about, grieving and long-term sorrow. So in other words, I think here, maybe you've been dwelling too much on things that have been sorrowful or things that you feel you've lost out on. And this is a time for truths maybe to come out. Whether it's about, I've been putting too much of my energy in this and maybe that's the revelation, or it's just a revelation that finally comes from all of this and makes you realize that it's not, it's not going to be too difficult for you to start seeding other thoughts and ideas here and move on to better days, move on to good opportunities now for growth and advancement. So it's kind of a mixed bag reading here, to say the least. But I think for the most part, either this has to do with that revelation, or, this is just something you still have to work through in order to get to this point of working on, other goals and objectives.
So Violet mentions that maybe some of this is the aftermath of the cord cutting. And I wonder about that too. We got the swords there. Are cutting sense, and then loss itself. I wonder if
you haven't done it yet, right, Violet, or have you?
I thought she said she did. Post-CC ritual. So I'm not sure. True. Right. Not yet. Okay.
No, yeah, okay.
Huh.
So maybe that could be. Maybe, you know, in this cord cutting too, some revelation will occur. It's possible here. I wonder if that's
But
the message.
a clear choice for moving beyond and for possible
Clearly,
growth.
it will lead to growthful things afterwards. Yeah. You know, absolutely. You should be freed up to move forward in a more positive direction, seed new projects, seed new goals, give them life. Accept the cups being offered. So, wow, I like it. Good point. What you've lost from this. Yeah, I like that. I think that's good. Interesting. Wow. Interesting read there. Well, all right. Hey, that's it. That's what we have for you, I think. And that's our show.
That's our show.
So, I see a note on my screen that I have to take my blood pressure pill. I get a reminder. I want to thank everybody for coming today and hope
New
you've enjoyed the
subscriber.
show and enjoyed your readings. And we'll be back on Saturday, but only for happy hour, where you get a single card positive message from Spirit. And we always have a good time at our happy hour show. And it will be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, Mr. O is going to have a video tomorrow.
Oh, yes, tomorrow. The emotional exchanges.
Find
and
out
it's about
love
relations and love
and
and who knows what else.
And that's it. All right, everybody. Take care. Hope to see you all again real soon. Good to see some of you we haven't seen in a while, Morgan. Take care. Hope to see you again.
Good luck on your project. Good luck, everybody.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Morgan.